Coming up on FaceTime.
If I had to force you to use one sentence or even one word to describe meditation.
For me, it's not a tool, it's more being aware, being connected. What you can get from meditation is, in China they all say, Juanjo Lao-Tze, Juanjo Lao-Tze. It's the most normal thing in the world. We all can do it. You even think about, okay, I want to meditate, you're opening a door.
What exactly is meditation? Well, it's quite hard to define. To put it simply, meditation is a useful way to slow down, unwind, chill out, and get in touch with your inner self. Meditation is also a way to gain control over negative emotions and, in turn, take charge of your own life. In recent years, the popularity of meditation in the West has soared, with many large corporations incorporating meditation into their company cultures to enable employees to let go of stress and pressure, and also to foster innovative thinking, with fans of meditation including the board members of the Goldman Group, Bill George. Even well-known American comedian Jerry Seinfeld uses meditation. And get this, media mogul Rupert Murdoch publicly showed his interest in meditation by posting on his Twitter that he would like to try it. Meet Juan Jose Silva Lopez, a meditation expert from Mexico. Currently, Juan shares his adventures with love and generosity through workshops, courses, and individual sessions with those who wish to be enlightened and truly understand the workings of their inner beings. Juan Jose now finds himself in Guangzhou, a place which, according to Juan, attracted him thanks to its unique energy.
Now, you say that it was a form of energy that brought you to Guangzhou. Can you please tell us what that energy was or is?
Sure. This is a really interesting question because before I knew something about the story, the history of Juanjo, it didn't make so much sense, because usually crowded places, big cities, they are full of energy, full of movement, right? And not all the energy is quite nice, right? So then when I learned a little bit more about what Juanjo has been through history, and even nowadays it's still kind of export, import, it's a huge connection from China to the world, right? And my work, what I want to do with my life is connect with people, So here it's lovely how you can actually connect with all kinds of people, because China is like different countries in one, right? So then here you can find people from all over China and all over the world. It's awesome.
So how did you learn more about Guangzhou, and what did you discover about Guangzhou as a spiritual person?
I learned about Guangzhou being here, living here, because not so many people want to go to a museum or stuff like that, and I'm lucky I have a lot of friends who are interested in, and they took me there. It's not that I wanted to go there, they took me there, and everything started making sense, starting from the symbol of Guangzhou, those, the goats.
Yes.
That's a lovely story because they are talking to you about how Juanjo started developing, right? Historically, at least, you can call it mythology or you can call it real, right? But at the end, it was for them it was the gods who brought the knowledge here to start developing, right? And to open people's consciousness, right? So in that way, it makes sense for me. It makes sense for me. And the other part is the commercial thing. It was kind of the door to the world.
Now you mentioned the people of Guangzhou and understanding. What sort of understanding do the average people of Guangzhou have towards meditation? Do they have a deep understanding? Do they accept it? What do you generally get a feeling of from the people?
you were talking before about law of attraction, right? So then we attract the people. Like it's not like a magneto, right? Because the magneto the same, they don't attract, they get separated, right? But in these kind of things, you attract the similar energy, right? So then I am lucky. I've been working in different centers here in Juanjo, like yoga centers, or I would call this self-growing, self-discovering workshops and centers like this. And I met really interesting people, you know, from different paths. And they are truly connected. You know, there's nothing new what we are talking with them. And the awesome thing here is that we all are learning the same thing. We all are teaching the same thing. You know, you can change the names with the philosophies or anywhere around the world. You know, they have been going aboard and studying different stuff, but at the end, it is love. And it is the same love with different paths, but it is like oneness. You know?
Do you feel at one with the people of Guangzhou? Have you
Yeah,
connected well with them?
This one is really interesting, you know, because when you talk about Guangzhou people, it is not just the local people. We have people from all over China. We have, first, the core is the local people, then people from all over China, and also we have a lot of Lao-Tze, right?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, like we are. So then, it's an international city, you know. I cannot tell that the culture is already Western thinking, but still, at least it's easier than in another provinces in China, you know. So then, emotionally, for me, was more comfortable to be here, you know. The people is more open than in other places in China, in my experience, right? And the people is more flexible and willing to accept more ideas or to share even new ideas, you know. So then in that way has been better. Yeah, has been so comfortable for me.
Well, actually, I meditated long time ago, but 4 years ago, I quit my job and being as a full-time spiritual teacher and organizer and as a translator as well. Yeah, because at the time I was an executive in a multinational company and I don't feel happy. I was seeking the truth, seeking the way, how can I make myself happy and make the others happy. And then I worked with many spiritual teachers, and that's why I quit my job and being a full-time light workers. I will bring the Western teacher to China, the Western culture to Eastern, and also bring the Eastern culture to the Western. So merge, let the Western and the Eastern culture they merge together, so they can help more people. Guangdong and Guangzhou specifically is really in a leading position around China. So there's lots of spiritual teachers coming to Guangzhou, and lots of people are very interested in the spiritual world. Well, so far it's still too early to say impact the Guangdong culture. I think it's getting more and more people realizing the importance for their going inner to get like the inner peace and joy from within, rather than just focus on the material world outside. So I think it's getting more and more important to our daily life.
其实通过这些冥想，会令到我自己会有念头的，会摆脱这种念头，就不会受它控制。就是更多的是能够跟宇宙连接，就所谓的宇宙连接，就会让很多事情呢，就是我做事的时候啊，是让它自动发生，就是我跟随我的感觉去做事，而不是我要想我应该怎样去做事。
就是听从自己的内心的。
对，那种感觉，那种灵感，就是那种灵感会很强。对，而且会接受一些事情的发生，例如可能我下午安排了一个工作，但是这个工作可能做不了，那没关系，我们就来这里做冥想，
就会不那么纠结。
对，不会纠结于选择。
那会不会其实就是对工作上也有另外的帮助？
有，就是很多他会很顺利。
就是默默的，
很顺利，就是很多就像秘密那样的吸引力法则。
Throughout history, meditation has been intimately connected to the religious context within which it was practiced. Some experts have even hypothesized that the emergence of the capacity for focused attention, an element of many methods of meditation, may have contributed to the final phases of human biological evolution. Some of the earliest references to meditation can be found in the Hindu Vedas, and between 600 and 500 BC, different forms of meditation developed in Confucian and Taoist China, as well as Hindu, Jain and Buddhist India. Today, there are many forms of meditation practiced in Western culture. Mindful breathing, progressive muscle relaxation and loving-kindness forms of meditation have all been found to provide cognitive benefits, including allowing oneself to relax and to de-center. Meditation has also been found to be beneficial for those suffering from depression and increase overall peace of mind. Certain types of meditation work better for different kinds of people.
And if I had to force you to use one sentence, or even one word, to describe meditation, what would that word be?
If you want one sentence, I could even give you one word: balance. Right? Balance. And I'm going to explain to you this because before this interview we had a beautiful talk, and I was talking to you about transcending, to go beyond good and evil, and I was talking to you about judge things. We learn to do that. We learned when we are young, even before we can talk or walk, we already learn. Every day we are getting new concepts, about what is right or wrong, and moral stuff. And, it doesn't matter which culture or which place in the world, but we get those programmings, oh, this is good, this is bad, this is wrong, this is right. And that's the conception that we get from good and bad, evil and goodness. So then meditation, for me, is being the middle. This is not right, this is not wrong. It's just the way it is. And it's about acceptance.
I was just thinking that word just before you said it.
It is like that. You see, connection.
Sorry to interrupt you, but just as you said that word, I was thinking, so it's acceptance.
It is like that, but when I say acceptance, I'm not telling you that you're just gonna be like a dead fish in the river without will. This is about walking your path. But in that process, when you are walking, there's nothing right or wrong. There's nothing good and bad. When you stop judging that and you embrace everything around you, just by what they really are, all the things around you, you're gonna stop suffering. You're gonna stop being frustrated, right? Because that's why we are unhappy. Because we think, oh, this is right, wrong. And life is not like that. Life is really simple. So for me, it's not a tool, it's more being aware, being connected. A lot of different philosophies around the world, they talk to you about being present in the moment. Oh yes, I'm gonna be present in the moment, in my body. But that thing is about being aware of what you can perceive. So then when you're truly present and you are truly perceiving, not just what you hear, what you feel, what you perceive with your physical senses, that's amazing. But if also you stop judging that, wow, there's no limit for that.
Life would be so much easier if there was no judgment.
Easier because because we are not gonna judge, but easier because you can learn more. When you're perceiving, you can understand. You don't need any school, you don't need any university, any book to teach you how beautiful life is, right? But if you're here and you can see it by yourself, why would you need that? You can understand and you will create your own reality. We were talking about that before, right? Creating your own reality. Wherever you focus, you will be creating. Meditation is about being creator, an aware creator. Now, I was telling you before, you don't need a school for that. It helped a lot for your mind. My mind wanted, or ego, it's like, okay, but we need this and we need a paper that says that you can do this and stuff. But at the end, the true gift, you know, the real gift. It's who I am now. You know, it's being aware and being able to enjoy everything that I can perceive. You know? Yes, I like sharing with people. Here in China, they all say Juanjo Lao-Tze, Juanjo Lao-Tze. But more than a teacher, I consider myself like someone who likes to share this, you know. And yes, I teach people some techniques, and I teach people some different philosophies, or I can talk about different spiritual teachers, you know. But more than that, what I want to share with people is that it's the most normal thing in the world. We all can do it. We all can meditate, and to meditate, you don't need to sit like in lotus flower and your back straight. And it is not necessary.
So for the average person, I mean, not everybody can be like you and dedicate their whole lives to meditation, but what can the average person get out of doing meditation for themselves? Perhaps 5 minutes a day?
Just thinking about meditating is like, it means that you love yourself enough to even think about doing something for yourself, right? Like before we had a talk where you said, well, I'm creating the time to do the things I like, right? And it is like that. You even think about, okay, I want to meditate. You're opening a door. You know? Whether you cross that door or not, that's another topic, right? But you're opening already the whole energy for this to happen, right? It means that you love yourself enough to think about being better, feeling better, right? Not being better, feeling better. So then, what you can get from meditation is, I would say the first word would be peace. Peace. You know, okay. Because when you start to observe yourself, you know, to be aware, you realize that we love crisis. You know, we love drama. We all do. It's delicious, and we feed off the drama. You know, but when you start meditating and you start observing yourself and understanding your life, it's like, there's no need for too much drama, you know, and there's no need to suffer that much with anything and with everything, you know. So even if you meditate 2 minutes a day, that's gonna start changing your life, and physically your nervous system. And I'm not the only one who talks about it, right? You can make some research. A lot of different schools and scientific, they are exploring this. When you start focusing, when you start connecting consciously with your mind, with your body, your whole being is going to change.
Even with Western medicine now, especially in the mental health field, people are using meditation as a form of therapy. And you just mentioned a lot of benefits, but I would really like to know from you, do you have any specific examples of how meditation has helped change somebody's life? Perhaps one of your students or somebody you know?
Yeah, sure. I'm lucky I met so many people, you know, and there are no words to describe how it feels when you see the whole transformation, you know. When the most of people, they come here like in a crisis. Sadly, we human beings, we still need to suffer or to go through something painful to try to feel better, right? So that, and it doesn't mean that it's right or wrong, but we still need that. So then when you meet people, they come to you, the most of them, you know, like, is suffering or in pain, and it's so beautiful how 1, 2 classes, you know, and it's just one it's not a class, it's not me, you know, it's the love that they have for themselves. That's what is transforming their lives. I'm just a channel. I'm not going to tell you, I'm going to change your life and come with me, your chakras, and okay, your life is, no. Here I am a channel, and I'm going to help you to connect with yourself, to see what's going on. You know, it's up on you whether you are willing to transform your life or not.